Hello and welcome back to the Wrexham Way. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to today's episode. As a slight change to the schedule, we're only taking on Arsenal today because of time constraints. It's 6:20 on Monday right now as I record this. Need to record, edit and upload in the next 90 minutes basically. So not got a whole lot of time to do stuff, but want to get a video out for you guys today. Also, if we look at the results from in between episodes and the fixtures ahead, the game against Newcastle has been postponed and rearranged because we've got a cup game against Forest, which I'm not too fussed about playing on camera because they are a lower championship side and 15th right now in the championship, so should be a routine win. But there is plenty to talk about results-wise since you guys were last here for the 1-0 loss to Cardiff, where I still don't quite understand how we lost it with 22 shots to their 3. Momentum has been taken off apparently, but it was all us all game. It was ridiculous how he didn't get a win in that one. We have, though, got back to winning ways, starting off with a 6-0 win against Blackburn in the FA Cup. A very nice FA Cup run this season. Championship Stoke, Championship Blackburn, Premier League Brighton had to go through a penalty shootout there, but we did play a rotated team in that one, so, you know, we took a risk and it paid off quite nicely. The Premier League, though, has been a little bit... We've been very lucky, actually, very lucky. This game against Southampton should have been a draw. Looking at the match stats, we are slightly on top. Match momentum, though, Southampton really did deserve it, I think, and we scored a penalty which let us win the game. So, really, I don't think we deserved to win that one. And we certainly did not deserve a draw against Liverpool. Watch this from Frank Nice in the 95th minute. I'll be honest... I don't think this goal should count. I don't think this goal should count. The corner gets put into the middle, it gets cleared out, and then the ball is sent into Vasco Sousa here. Now, both Ramheimer and Nice, both these players, you can see from their feet there, they are ahead of De Bast. So they're in offside position right there. Vasco is behind them in an offside position. If I just slow this right down, if I can find the slow down buttons or something like that, right? So we can just slowly play it. Right, connection is there. Connection is there for the pass. It's a Panenka? No, not Panenka. What's the... Rabona, that's the word I'm looking for. It's a Rabona cross, which is pretty sick from Vasco. But Nice is in the brown hair. Ramheimer's the blonde hair. They're both offside still. Vasco Sousa looks to be behind them in the 3D match engine. I think if we switch to 2D, it may suggest that he is playing them both onside. It's ridiculously tight. It was given, but when you look in the 3D match engine, which I've accidentally clicked away from, it looked offside. Either way, we'll take the point there because it was a very important point and helped us keep momentum going into the 3-1 win against Leeds, the 1-1 and then penalty win against Brighton in the FA Cup, and then a nice 5-2 victory against Aston Villa, with Nice grabbing himself a hat-trick and making himself the top scorer at the club so far this season. In fact, if we look at goals, he's now 4 clear of Pedro Pereira, with 10 assists for Pereira, 8 for Nice, but you know, the false 9 player does seem to end up scoring more goals somehow. It's a little bit bizarre. As for the league table, though, well, things are looking very good for us. We are currently top of the pile by 3 points because Man United did slip up in between episodes by drawing in the Premier League to West Ham United. As you can see there, they've lost some cup games either side of that, so that's not been a great run of form for them, but a 2-2 draw against West Ham allowed us to get 3 points clear. Liverpool have dropped off significantly as well since they drew 1-1 to us. They drew to Sheffield, and that's it. I thought they did worse than that. Maybe they didn't have as many points as I thought, but either way, we have got ahead of them, which is quite nice. So all of this means that we are, well, looking very good, very, very good to actually go on to win the title this season. And then look at the player stats as well. Nice 18, Pedro Pereira 17 goals in the league, just behind the guy from Liverpool. Nice and Pereira both in the top average ratings, whereas Pereira and Yilmaz Turk are both in there for the top assists. So things are great. Things are looking really good for us right now. If we can beat Arsenal in 5th, 8 games to go after that, it looks very good. So this is the team heading into the Arsenal game. Mantle stays in goal with a backline of 8 Nuri, Umbi, Felipe and Neto. We've got Lavia in that CDM spot with Alparslan, Sousa and Daniel Patrick in the attacking midfield because Paniotov is just currently coming back from a slight knock he gathered in training at some point midweek. So rather than risk him, we'll put Sousa on. Of course, can get Rabonas into the middle to cross the ball into the middle. So, you know, does do pretty well when it comes to playing games. Of course, Frank Nice and Pereira leading the line. Hopefully they can both get to around 25 goals this season in all competitions. That would be glorious. So, as kickoff is upon us here today, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to the channel if you're around here, and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm, letting me know if you think we're actually going to win the league title this season, or if we're going to bottle it like we have done with quite a few things the past few seasons. Vasco shot there off the post, and that could be the story of today if things like that keep happening. Now, if we beat Arsenal today, and Man United draw or lose, I think with 8 games to go, that makes us the champions-elect. It makes us the absolute favourites for the title. If we win today, build a points buffer to both Liverpool and to Man United, we're champions-elect at that point. Surely. Frank Nice finds a ball into Alparslan, who finds a ball into Vasco, and this time Vasco does not hit the post. He puts it in the back of the net after 10 minutes, and that is absolutely superb. Great stuff there from Vasco. Great stuff actually from Alparslan to keep the ball under pressure like he did. Just there, under pressure, finds the pass. Vasco's there, and I'm burping. But you love to see it. I drank too much flavoured water earlier. Well, it wasn't the flavoured water, it was fizzy. That's why. And I can't stop burping afterwards. I don't really drink fizzy drinks, so it really has an effect on me, to be fair. So, apologies. I was too... How have we just scored? I was too busy apologising for burping. But in the meantime, the goal kick was rubbish and just caught the defence off guard. I mean, Vasco being pivotal there once again, but Nice there with his 22nd of the season in all competitions gives us a 2-goal buffer here today against Arsenal inside of 20 minutes. This is exactly what we need to be doing, and can we make it 3? Could we make it 3 as Pedro Pereira makes it 3? Pedro Pereira. And Man United, by the way, after 19 minutes, a 2-2 with Aston Villa. It just flashed up behind my head. You'll see it in a second. But this is a... Look at the passing here. It's so selfish from everyone. Or unselfish, I should say, because no one wants to score a goal, apparently. But great passing there. It's 2-2 in the United-Villa game as well. And this is what I mean. If they draw and we win, we open up a 5-point gap. And that 5-point gap, with 8 games to go, could be absolutely unassailable if we stay in the form that we've been in recent weeks. As Nice puts the ball into the middle. Vasco gets it at the far post after it goes by everyone, basically. Daniel Patrick can't quite get a ball into the middle, but we do hold on to possession, recycling it nicely as Neto plays it into Vasco. He's been absolutely superb here today so far. Nice can't get the goal. Alparslan can't get the goal. Good goalkeeping, to be fair, from the Arsenal number 1. And that's the end of the highlights. Okay, Liverpool 4-0 up against Wolves, by the way, but they still stay a point behind Man United. So, okay, we're still 6 points clear of them. The title was never ever meant to be on the cards this season. Never ever meant to be on the cards this season. And yet, we've been incredibly lucky because the Champions League winners from last season, Arsenal, had a terrible start to the season. The Premier League winners from last season, Man City, had a terrible start to the season. Now, they've both recovered to get into those European places, but they've never been in a title fight. And the fact that they had such terrible starts to the season has allowed us, as Pereira puts that chip over the bar, has allowed us to be in this position. Had Arsenal and Man City, and actually Chelsea too, I should say, they got Champions League football last season, had a terrible start to the season. But had all 3 of those had a good start, I do not think we'd be in this position right now. But the fact that all 3 of them fell apart, capitulated at the start of the season. 10 games into the season, we were talking about Man City maybe being relegated. Obviously, they have recovered quite nicely since then, but it was on the conversation cards. And as we go into half-time, United have taken the lead against Villa, which is a little bit frustrating, but we still hold that 3-point gap to them right now, which is not unassailable, but it's nicer than 2 or 1 points, I should say. Corner for Arsenal is off the crossbar. I must say, actually, after the first 20 minutes, they have booked their ideas up a bit and are playing a little bit better. But the point is, this was never ever meant to happen. At least not this season. And yet, as Bellingham scores a goal potentially offside, we'll see what the VAR says, we find ourselves 8 games away from winning the title, and it's completely in our hands. Goal awarded, okay, fair enough. I mean, I guess it's not off the cards that Arsenal could come back and score 2 more. We might make some changes just to try and, keep things steady. they have actually had more shots than us as Mantle collects that free kick again. All the Arsenal players look to be offside, but I guess if that got on the back of the net, it would have found a way for it not to be offside. Mantle rolls out to Luis Felipe, into Neto. Neto back to Felipe. I mean, I don't like this dangerous passing around at the back. Just hoof it clear. Let's get it out of danger, Neto. He does. Thanks for listening to me. As Pereira gets it back to Daniel Patrick. Forward to Vasco. Vasco can restore the 3-goal lead. Agonisingly close. Doesn't quite do it. That would have been great. We've got 25 minutes to go in this game. Now, who's not played great? Daniel Patrick. Let's bring Panayotov on. And maybe make him a Carolero instead, just to try and provide a little bit more defensive support. Levin, having the best of games out there. Let's bring Tape on. And do we want to change a wing back? I don't think so. Let's just keep those 2 changes right now with 20 minutes or so to go. Just changes in the middle of the park to keep things nice and fresh. As the ball to Vasco somehow gets there. And the attempted chip was not far off, actually. Went wide in the end, I think, rather than over the bar. But still, Vasco has had an incredible game today, and considering he's meant to be a backup player for us, does very, very well. Also, Villa have equalised against United. That 5-point gap opens up again. 10 minutes to go here in this game. Boadu through. Boadu can't score and can't get an assist either. That was very lucky. I remember a few seasons ago when Boadu put like 4 passes for Arsenal. Not happening nowadays, is it? Not happening nowadays. Apparently Nice is quite tired and Ramheimer should come on. I'll press do it. So that substitute was made in the background as well. Just to add a fresh pair of legs on up top if Nice is looking a little bit tired out there. An 8.2 and a goal and an assist for Nice today. Fantastic work for him. Can we weather this storm at the end? The match stats, I'm aware, are heavily in favour of Arsenal. It's now 3-2. Okay. Maybe let's just take a few of these players off attacking duties. Just like that. That's all we need to do. Nothing drastic, I don't think. 22 shots for Arsenal, 14 for us. Much higher XG for us, though. 4 minutes of added time to go, and there's a highlight, which I do not like. Tarpe finds Randy Ramheimer into Pereira, into Alparslan. Surely this is the highlight for us to attack and not going to be a highlight for an Arsenal counter-attack. As Nuri gets the ball into Tarpe, into Alparslan, into Randy Ramheimer, who can't turn but does hold on to possession. I don't like this at all. Can the highlight please just finish? I don't care if we score or not. I just want the highlight to finish. I mean, how Ramheimer's put that wide of the mark, I will not know. Luckily, we hold on for a 3-2 victory over Arsenal here today, despite them actually being the better team than us, and the match momentum being very much in their favour. You know, maybe we're not quite as great as we look to be, particularly like the Liverpool game, where we only just scraped a win. The Southampton game, we relied on a penalty to win. This game, where we've been very lucky in terms of shots, you know, we are getting all the luck this season. All of the luck this season. What was the final result as well in the Man United game? Man United won 3-4 or 4-3, as you can see there. So they do stay 3 points behind it. That's a little bit frustrating. But 8 games to go. Still in our hands. And next time out, we'll come back for Man United, Brighton and QPR, the final 3 games of the season. We have to do that Man United game, though, next episode, because that could be absolutely huge. So, would you agree that we're champions-elect? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching today. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and hopefully you'll be around tomorrow for the season finale, which will be so exciting. So until then, have a lovely evening. Speak to you soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.